This motherfucker.
Oh, you can see that. Should I turn that off?
No, that's straight.
Yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of House of Body Sports Podcast. My name is Dwayne. I'm here with my guys Chubbs and Smooth. Joey cannot make it to this episode. Hopefully, we hope to have him back soon. In this episode, guys, we are back to basketball. In this episode, we'll be discussing what teams will we predict to get to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals. Discuss the Darvin Ham rumors and Lakers' possible split, and who is close to becoming the next face of the league. MVP predictions and many more, man. Before we get started, I just want to appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us for the past almost 2 years. As y'all saw, if you pay attention to YouTube, man, you've seen the segments dropping and y'all been rocking with it because y'all been getting the views up, letting us know, you appreciate us, giving me the extra content, man. So we'll make sure we keep doing that. hdsportspod everywhere on every social media besides YouTube. You can find us House of Light Sports Podcast. But yeah, fellas, how are we feeling today? How are we doing today, man? How are we doing?
Doing real good. Exciting news.
I'm
Past
good.
couple
I'm
days.
good. I'm chilling.
You said exciting news. What's the exciting news, Chubbs?
Don't troll. Stop trolling.
What's the exciting news, man?
Are you happy about Darvin?
We got Dalvin Cook.
Man, he ain't happy about getting I know this is the basketball part, but I just want to say, you can't. I'm hating.
You are hating.
I'm hating. I had to stop. I had to hate. I'm hating.
I mean, I feel like it's a safety signing, a safety blanket signing. I feel like Darvin has been that for the last, few teams. Well, now, obviously for the Jets. For y'all, I mean, y'all got Gus and
Justice. That's it.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon.
They've been playing very well.
Yeah, respect Melvin Gordon. He scored a touchdown last week. Please respect Melvin
Gordon. What would you say, bro? It hurt to watch.
I ain't gonna lie, it definitely hurt to watch Melvin trying to run into that motherfucking end zone last week. I said, boy, if you don't. It looked bad, man. It looked bad, but hey, man.
But I just want to say one thing. I know this is the basketball pod, but I'm just going to say this one thing about it because we didn't really talk about him getting cut on Monday or Tuesday, whatever when we did it. Great signing for what we have. We lost J.K. and Keaton throughout the year. Melvin Gordon I do not trust him. Third back, he all has fumble-prone issues, even though he hasn't done it yet. I just know that. And for all the people that are hating, saying Dalvin is washed, the only caveat I'll say to that, yes, he had 60-something carries for 264. I get it. But that Jets offensive line is atrocious. And we're talking about the Ravens offensive line and Lamar Jackson being the quarterback where the linebackers are frozen.
Ravens offensive line look good. And Melvin Gordon still look trash. All right,
I'm saying Melvin Gordon still can score a touchdown because you got Lamar Jackson back there with linebackers having to account for Lamar Jackson. Is all I'm saying. So any running back is going to have success.
Keaton's out for the season, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I don't know. It's nice. It's just nice. It's awesome.
Hopefully, all I'm gonna say is hopefully I can come back Monday happy, excited. Now my team snuck into the playoffs. But for now, I don't know what the hell you crunching up over there, but stop. Oh my God. DL has the worst. We apologize for background audio last podcast. But man, let me stop trolling. Let's get to the episode, man. So first question I have: if the season were to end today, I want you guys to pick two teams. We're gonna start in the East to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Tell me why these two teams are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals come May.
You can go first, Dio. Anybody.
You already know my first team. Who I'm gonna say in the East, Celtics looking real good. They have been looking real good since the start of the season. I know Porzingis was hurt for a couple games. I know he's back now. They really got a big four. I think they only lost about 7 games. I want to
Who's
say.
the big four? I just want to see if you're gonna say the right names. Let's go. Who's the big four, DL? Who's the
Obviously,
big
JB and
four?
JT. Then you got Porzingis, and now you got Derek White, who's playing like a.
All-star. Say
He's
it.
playing like
He's playing like an all-star, DL.
He's playing very, very, very well. Very well. But I mean it's kind of just an overflow from last year, His role is kind of bigger now that Marcus Smart is gone. He's able, he kind of just has a green light in this offense and making the right plays. But I think just as a team, they haven't really missed a step from last year. They've been in every game. Led by JT and everything, but that's my number one team that I got coming out of the East for all those reasons. I mean, you really just can't stop them. And the Knicks, believe me or not, the Knicks look really, really good. I think if they can sneak into the playoffs again, they can actually make a run this year.
They're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think there's any sneaking about them.
Yeah, that shit was the East. The East is real. Yeah, but the East is real close last year. You remember, East was real close in games. But they did win first round. They won first round last year. They played the Cavs.
They lost us.
They beat the Cavs first round. I think a little bit more chemistry in year 2 with this team. Pending they don't make trades because I've been hearing some trade rumors.
They're the 8th seed, so yeah, you're right. They did make a trade. They did trade for OG Anunoby. And they also got Precious Achiuwa on that team, right?
Yeah, but they didn't get rid of RJ Barrett. I thought
they did.
They did. Okay, so
RJ Barrett is on Toronto.
Barrett. And
that definitely recently. I know that was the trade that I was talking about. I did see that, but I didn't know if it happened. Knicks would be my second team, but I don't know how that's going to play out. Anunoby is more of a defender.
You don't think that's a plus getting rid of RJ Barrett?
I think overall that's a plus, but as far as offensively goes, RJ Barrett's definitely the third option. I don't think
he's not a good third option though.
I mean, you shouldn't be using your third option that often anyway.
What? Your third option? What do you mean you shouldn't be using your third option?
What you mean? You got a big and a point guard. And then you got RJ who can hit a shot, and also play ISO basketball. I just think that RJ is a better offensive player than Anunoby.
But who's the better overall basketball player?
Anunoby, of course, because defense is more valuable.
I do think, touching on that trade, the biggest loss for them is getting rid of Emmanuel quickly. They probably had to get. I don't think they really had to get rid of him to get all that. To get OG Anunoby. I feel like
Is that all they got?
No. I can give you. I'll get the full trade breakdown. You keep talking. I'll get the full trade down.
Yeah, but like I said, from what I've seen with the Knicks, they look real. They look pretty good. Still early in the season, so I think they can make a little run.
So the Knicks traded OGN. So the Knicks got. I just want to get the full thing. So the Knicks got OG Anunoby, Malachi Finn, and Precious Achiuwa. The Raptors received RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly in a second round pick. For me, I would have wanted to do that trade 1-for-1. Give me OG, I'll give you RJ Barrett. But Toronto was like, hell no, y'all got to give me something else. I don't hate it. I don't hate those two teams, DL. I lied. I hate the Knicks in there. Shout out to Becky Hammond. Word to Becky Hammond. Little guy can't go anywhere. But I might be hating. Chubbs, you want me to go or you want to go?
I'll go. My first team I got is the Milwaukee Bucks. I think I think on paper they're the most well-rounded team. They got depth. Yeah, they got bench players that can produce. But the reason why I'm not saying the Celtics is because I believe they're going to run into the team they don't like seeing in the playoffs, the Miami Heat. So I got Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think I don't care how good Boston looks and how good they are. They never want to see Miami in the playoffs, and I believe they're going to end up running into Miami before the Eastern Conference Finals. And they're going to make an upset. And I think it's going to be Milwaukee and Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals. There's a reason why you get Damian Lillard and Adams to the team. You're going for a championship.
I see it. For me.
Is that why you're wild? Because I didn't say Boston at first?
No, I'm cool. I don't hate it because Milwaukee has Giannis, but I don't like how, like, for me, their defense has been this year. Like, their defense, Milwaukee's defense hasn't been the best at times. Literally, they can't beat the Pacers. They beat them one time, but Milwaukee's defense hasn't been the best.
That's my dark horse.
The Pacers.
I think Pacers can shock some people. I didn't want to go outright. I think they might be in the game before the Eastern Conference Finals, but they've been playing good basketball. Yeah. So don't sleep on them.
Definitely not sleeping on them. They have one of the best offense, if not the best offense in the NBA. But their defense is terrible. But they showed they could play some really good defense, right? When it's not really good defense when it's needed, right? For me, I'm right with you. You know, I got the Heat in there. I think you said the Boston Celtics don't want to play the Heat. I think none of the top 3 teams currently in the standing want to see the Miami Heat if it came down to it. I don't think any of those teams want to actually see the Miami Heat if it did come down to it. So
because that's one team I'll say. Another team is playing really good team basketball. Not one person shining. Everybody's kind of doing their part, which I like to see out of a basketball team. Honestly.
Yeah, me too. So that's why I feel like the Heat are definitely. And people are gonna say, "Oh, you're just being a homer, Wayne." Da 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 da. So what?
If you got me saying shit about the Heat, like positively and being like, because I mean, I was trolling all last year. I was like, and the Boston, well, 2 teams I don't like, Boston's Heat. But if I'm saying it,
I got the Heat. I got the Heat getting there, and crazy enough, because the way the standings are set up right now, the Heat will be the 4th seed, so they will play Boston in round 2. I see us beating Boston in round 2. I think this is the year that Joel Embiid finally gets over the hump and gets to the Eastern Conference Finals. Playing on an MVP level currently right now. Love the development of Tyrese Maxey, but more importantly, Nick Nurse. They finally got a good coach in there. Team looks different, using Joel Embiid in different ways, kind of using him similar to how they use Jokic. Not fully, but in similar ways. You see Joel Embiid assists is hiking up. And I think that they could get past a Milwaukee. I think Boston and I no longer think Boston is a bad matchup for them. I think the only bad matchup for Philly is Miami because we have a center that can play defense and we have guards and wings that can rotate. I don't trust Milwaukee because of their defense, right? If they're going to play drop coverage all day because Brook Lopez is too slow to switch out. I don't trust Adrian Griffith as a coach. So I got the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. In your matchup, guys, who do you have advancing to the finals? So, DL, you had Boston versus... Who you had them going against? The Knicks. Who do you have winning that?
Boston. I think this is Boston's year to come out. You see... I mean, are we explaining why?
Yeah, explain why.
Because I don't know. I just feel like this year Boston can come out. It's been 3 consecutive years where they're just basically just a play or 2 away. I know last year Jason Tatum got hurt on the first play of Game 7, which definitely changed the dynamic of that game. I'm not gonna say they win or lose, but it's definitely a closer game than what it was. This year, he has less of a role of having to score and be the guy. You can see that in his numbers dropping down to 27, but it's still an efficient 27 points per game. A lot of his teammates are definitely stepping up to the role, and like I said, is less. I'm not even because all they lost was Marcus Smart. Big change, but at the same time, they gained a bigger defensive presence and Porzingis in that paint to where you have
Robert Williams.
Oh yeah, they lost Robert Williams too. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, again, they gained better defense, a bigger defensive presence, like in the paint. Where you have JB and JT who can play on the perimeter, length on the perimeter, and all of that. But I just think when it comes to matchups, if they were to play the Knicks, matchups would just be too much for them. They have better players, obviously. There's no reason why the Knicks would beat the Celtics or should beat the Celtics in a 7-game series, and it's just that. So,
do you trust Joe Mazzulla that much? Do you think he's upgraded significantly from last year?
I think he has. I think year 2 with this team, chemistry, like I said, is definitely building. Like they lost 2 key pieces, but what they gained substitutes for it. And when you have a team, that's been playing together for years. I mean, this isn't a 3-year thing. They've been playing together for at least 5-6 years. You got veterans on the team, so it's not just Joe Mazzulla. I know that he is a coach, but I think the players themselves help in this situation as well. Because I think if they lose, Joe Mazzulla won't get the backlash for it. It's going to be Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They're vets. They've been playing together for how long?
If they lose to the Knicks, Joe Mazzulla is getting all. He won't be the coach next year.
I don't think. But personally, I don't think the Knicks are going to be the. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be.
And I feel like you're throwing the Knicks in there to give.
I didn't know, but I didn't know. I didn't know you meant like Eastern Conference Finals. I thought you meant like a team to like make it to the. Underdog.
He literally said Eastern Conference.
Oh, I misunderstood you with that. Who knows? Who knows? The Knicks. The Knicks can make it wrong, but they sweep. If the Celtics play the Knicks, they sweep them.
All right.
Or at least.
Chubbs, who wins your matchup?
Damn. I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna go to 7 games, but I got Milwaukee. Sorry, I got Milwaukee coming out on it. I think the duo of Giannis and Lillard are gonna get them to the finals, man. I really believe it. I did correct me if I'm wrong. He beat Giannis last year to get him out, or was it the Celtics? Mm-hmm. It was a Heat. All right, revenge. It's a revenge. Tell you, it's revenge. He gonna get them there this year.
All right. Me 7-game series versus Philly, and I think this year the Heat return to the finals. And the only reason why I feel like we return to the finals because of the development and what we're seeing right now from Jaime Jaquez, Josh Richardson playing well. Jovic, when he's finally getting minutes, he's coming there and giving them some good serviceable minutes. Offensively, what I'm seeing from Bam is a little better. I like what we have right now. I like what we're doing. Only thing I wish that we would tone down currently is Tyler Hero's shot diet. I wish his shot diet would be a little bit better. But yeah, I think this will be one of the greatest coaching battles we will see between Nick Nurse, and it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna go back and forth. That's how good it's gonna be. But I do have the Heat winning. Let's move over to the Western Conference. Who do you guys have coming out? Well, heading to the Western Conference Finals.
I'll go right now. I like watching this team, so that's why I root for him. I'll be honest with you. It's got one of the guys on this team is becoming one of my favorite players to watch. I think OKC is going to make it to the Western Conference Finals. That team is just really well rounded. They play well together as a team. They only got like 2 quote unquote big name players. Everybody else, quote unquote, you would say, or people would, if they heard their name, would be like, oh, these guys are role players. Everybody that's getting time is producing. So that's what I really like about him. Shai is playing, in my opinion, he's playing MVP ball. He don't get enough credit for it. His name's not in that conversation as much as it should. He balling, in my opinion. The team that I do see them playing, I'm sorry, Denver, you guys are not returning back to the Western Conference Finals. I believe, because they're starting to play good basketball together, as of late, the Clippers are going to finally make it to the Western Conference Finals. That team is starting to gel. Everybody's playing well. They had a rough start in the beginning, and now they're what? 4th or 5th seed in the Western Conference?
Currently 4th seed, and in their last 10 games. It's like something ridiculous.
So I got
10, they are 8-2.
Yeah, I got OKC versus the Clippers.
Those are great picks. I would agree with that. Chet is. I'm gonna pick 2 different teams because you just took the teams that I was gonna say. But Chet is playing very well. I feel like everybody focused on Wemby, but they forgetting that Chet, is actually in the league.
Right now is leading the Rookie of the Year ladder.
Yeah, and I don't think it's getting a lot of attention. As much as it should be in comparison to Wemby. Even though Wemby did play very, very good last night. Did y'all see him play last night
Yeah,
against?
him and Giannis, they battled it out for sure.
Yeah, it was a good game.
5-block game, crazy. It was a good game.
Yeah, he met Giannis at the rim a couple times.
Times.
Yeah. Chris might not like this one, but I'm gonna say New Orleans. I like the way New Orleans have been playing lately. This might be, again, he took OKC and Clippers, so I'm just be a little different, a little debatable. Yeah, New Orleans 7-3 in their last 10 games. As a team when they play together, they actually produce. Zion's been playing decent. Bi back from injury, he's been playing decent. CJ been playing decent. I think this is a team matter of chemistry. The more they play together, the better they'll get. And with teams like the Suns not playing well, the Lakers not playing well, the Warriors not playing well, they can sneak in to the playoffs, and you may not want to see this team in a 7-game series either. Just like I think they're what the Kings were last year. Obviously not with the 2 stars, but just the impact they can have in the playoffs. And my second team, like you said the. I'm agree with you with the Clippers. I'm sorry, I'm out to say the Clippers. The Clippers also been playing well. There's no reason why, on paper, they're the best team in the league on paper, as far as talent goes. But again, it's just a matter of chemistry, meshing well, knowing when and knowing who and when to give the ball to whomever. So I think if they continue to do that, play as a team, there's no reason why this team shouldn't win the finals. I would say win the finals, honestly, because this is the best team on paper.
All right. This is crazy. No Lakers, no Nuggets. Because I'm not picking the Nuggets or the Lakers. We are all high on the Clippers. We're all high on the Clips. So we think the Clippers should be in the Western Conference Finals this year, barring any injuries, right?
Yep.
I'm here in agreement with you guys. But there's a team you guys didn't say. And that's the number 1 team in the West right now.
I don't trust them.
Boo. Yeah, I don't trust them.
I don't trust them. That's why I didn't say that.
Give me the Minnesota Timberwolves. Send the video. Shout out to Ant Edwards, man. I want to see. I think this is. We'll have a question coming up later about the potential next face of the league. And if they get to the Western Conference Finals, and may I say the finals, it's solidified. Yeah, I got Minnesota Timberwolves in there versus the Clippers. And I just think the way Ant performs in the playoffs, the way they're playing defensively, just Rudy Gobert's on his way to potentially another DPOY. Ant's progression and what he's doing this year, I have to give it to them, man. Jaden McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Nas Reed, you know what I'm saying? Slow-mo, shout out to my guy Slow-mo. Shout out Mike Conley. They're just looking like a well-oiled machine. And I think this is the team that I don't think any other team in the West besides the Clippers can beat the Nuggets, and I think only Minnesota and the Clippers can beat the Nuggets. So one of those 2 teams have to knock them off. Otherwise, they're just gonna be right back in that motherfucker. So yeah, that's who we have. So now, guys, who do you guys have winning your matchup? I feel like it's gonna be similar for us.
All right, so yeah, it's gonna be similar. I got the Clippers winning the matchup strictly off of the OKC Thunder are young, and it'll be I think the OKC Thunder, if they make it to Western Conference, but I think they will, that following year will be their quote unquote year to make the finals. Like this will be a building block, because what they'll do is they'll make Western Conference, lose to the Clippers, and then add a big piece in the offseason which will get them over the hump to the finals the following year. So I got Clippers beating the Thunder in 6.
Yeah,
I would have the Clippers beating the Pelicans also in 6. I think they match up well though, actually. But like I said, there's no reason why James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, like do you hear that, and Russell Westbrook should lose in any type of 7 games. It's like Team USA. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, man, I got the Clippers in 6 too, man. I just think this is the year. This is the year. Well, not the. It has to be the year. Everything's falling in motion. They have enough guys. If one person goes down, they still should be able to ride the ship and get to the finals. So yeah, I got the Clippers in there as well, man.
So I got a question. If we're all on the same time, if the Suns don't make playoffs,
Somebody's getting traded.
Is KD still a Sun next year?
No.
Okay. All right.
I think.
Shout out to the Heat for not getting Bradley Beal and his messed up back. Shout out to us, man.
Bradley Beal, he's doing KD wrong, bro.
He hurt. He can't help that.
He ain't hurt, bro. That man ain't hurt.
The Wizards knew.
That man is not hurt.
Wizards knew. Heat knew.
That man came back and got hurt the same game he came back.
So he's
not hurt.
Hey, he collecting that check.
Yeah, bro. Look at his contract. Look at his contract, bro. Like Bradley Beal, he's a disappointment, man. Because I just feel like Kevin Durant, even though he's been making all these choices to go and play with all of these stars, they haven't been holding up their end of the deal, and that's just kind of messed up. So I feel like one of the greatest players, to play the game of basketball is kind of getting shortchanged of what he can do because,
Shortchanged?
Shortchanged, yeah. I feel like they shortchanged him. It was one thing KD don't do.
This for KD, bro.
KD don't do. I'm not saying that making all of these moves to go
do not cop
stars
out KD,
crazy,
bro.
But one thing you can't say is KD don't show up to play basketball, bro.
That's a fact. KD always there. KD is
always show up to play basketball.
So, I get that, but bro, you.
I'm not saying team
did this to
is cool, but
he did do it to himself, Chubbs.
That's what I'm saying.
He did it to himself.
I don't know.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to this Lakers topic, man. There is some divide in the Laker locker room. Shout out to Shams. He said that there's a split in the Lakers locker room that players are not liking Darvin Ham. They want him out of there. Some things that I've been seeing from Lakers fans is they hate the rotations he does. His rotations are bad. He's not doing the right things, putting the right players in the right motion. You guys saw the clip during the play-in where he was trying to call the play and AD was waved him off and said, "Nah, shush, we got this." Right? Mm-hmm. We got this. The Lakers have been playing terribly since they're not playing in-season tournament victory after they hung the banner in embarrassing fashion, celebrating AAU tournaments. So my question for you guys is this an overreaction? If it is, tell me why. If it's not, tell me why they should part ways.
I think it's a little bit of an overreaction because, let me be honest with you. This team was in the Western Conference Finals last year. Mm-hmm. And they didn't lose much. They quote unquote got better, right? They added people that quote unquote made the team better. They added Jackson Hayes. That was a good backup center, whatever you want to say.
That's what they said.
Guy.
Hey, talk to what they were saying in the offseason. Just talk to them.
They added a bunch of pieces. They drafted Jalen Hood Shafino. He was going to be a decent backup point guard.
They stole Gabe Vincent from the Miami Heat. They got
Gabe Vincent, who'd been playing trash for the Lakers. Austin Reeves, I still fuck with Austin Reeves, but he should be starting. Torian Prince, he gives you games here and there, but this team is better than they were last year on paper. They have no reason. I think it's blown out of proportion. You know what happened is you guys were playing well. You won the in-season tournament. You guys got on your high horse thinking the shit was going to be sweet and went on a little losing streak. Now it's the coach's fault. And the thing I don't like is, as much as I'm a LeBron guy, that's my guy. It's my favorite player of all time. I think he's the greatest. But there's a recurring theme with him, his team, and coaches. It's like a cycle. After 1 or 2 years, the coach usually is gone. The only coach that didn't do that, he's still with the Miami Heat tenure. Every other coach has been with them for like a year or two, and they were out the door because you did something LeBron did not agree with, which is why LeBron becomes on-court coach and does shit like that, wave him off. Because LeBron says, I'm the greatest all the time. I know what the fuck I need to do. What happened to David Blatt when the team got to the playoffs, championship?
Finals. They got to the finals. Next year, gone.
Got him out of there. The coach, Tyronn Lue, they started losing, right? A little bit, right? Tyronn Lue, he was out of there. Or LeBron left, one or the other. LeBron left that thing, yeah. Who else? There's another coach I'm forgetting. Great coach that's now with the Sacramento Kings. LeBron got his ass out of there. Mike Brown. So there's a recurring theme with coaches. Like, the thing is, yeah, okay, you get rid of Darvin. Who's going to be the right coach for LeBron James and that team? You know what I mean? Like, if you're never happy, it seems like. The only coach you seem to be happy with was Miami, and you're not going back to Miami. So I don't know. I think it's blown out of proportion. Just go to work. Like, just go back to work. You guys won the in-season tournament for a reason. Go back to work. Sorry. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell you who I think should yet. I'm going to wait. Let me get y'all.
What do you think, Smooth?
I agree. I think it's overreaction. For a lot of the reasons that Chris said. We look at the Lakers last year. They were what? They started off like 2-10 or something like that.
2-11.
2-11. Ended up making it to the Western Conference Finals. They were last time I checked. They were 17-17.
Time out. Last thing. One more thing. Forgot. LeBron got a guy that won a championship fired next fucking year. like, come on. I forgot Frank Vogel, man. My bad, man. My bad. NBA champion. My bad. All right, go, DL. I was like, wait, I forgot one name.
Yeah. It's just not panic time yet. A couple games outside the AFC, but they got basically the same team that they had last year. But I think a lot of them haven't been playing. I haven't seen Rui as much. Haven't seen Vando as much. They got rid of whatchamacallit, 17 Schroeder. They got rid of Schroeder, which I think is a little detrimental, but. We see time after time, LeBron doing these things, kind of taking his foot off the gas pedal. But when it's time to win, they win. Not gonna say it's panic mode. Maybe it is kind of a little bit of frustration in the locker room or the front office, whatever the case may be. But that's all, like you said, that's always been with LeBron. When you have a player like that, you don't really question too much of what he does because he's a winner. Been to 10, 11 NBA finals. They got AD. They just older. Not saying that that's an excuse or anything, but, Darvin Ham is like, LeBron played with Darvin Ham. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm saying. It just comes to a point like I think when it comes to LeBron, like some of these coaches, what do you have to offer me? What besides Eric Spoelstra, how do you figure that you know more than basketball than me? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's how he should be, but I think that that's the one player in the league that can be like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't really question too much of what he does because it always turns out to be okay in the end. But yeah, I think they blowing it out of proportion. If Darvin Ham gonna be gone, he gonna be gone. It ain't for it ain't for no other reason.
If Braun want him gone, he gone.
Yeah, Braun want him gone, he gone. And like I said, that's what majority of the coaches. You know what I'm saying? And if you start seeing the difference in winning, then obviously he was the problem. But getting to the in-season tournament, winning the in-season tournament, showing that they have the ability, but maybe it's just
effort.
Effort, yeah. It's just time of the season or after the All-Star game, hard work, pedal to the metal. It's playoff time, so.
I agree. I do think it's an overreaction a little bit, but I also see some validity to it, right? His rotations aren't the best. The people he put in, the switches he makes in games, his in-game adjustments aren't the best, right? It's either his game plan's going to work right off the gate or it's not. But you also got to think in year one, this coach went to the Western Conference Finals. But you also got to say in year one, this coach had LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? You got to take it with a grain of salt. When we've seen him get out-coached plenty of times, right? It's no reason, but you can't blame Darvin Ham for Vanderbilt, Cam Reddish, Jared, and Torian Prince all playing a combined 48 minutes between the three of them in rotations, and the combined points they scored were 4 points.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They were like 2 for 12. So again, and they were getting cooked by the Miami Heat all game long, right? So I think it's an overreaction. I don't think he'll be gone. But if they don't get back to the Western Conference Finals, which we both predicted, all of us predicted they won't, he will be gone after the season, though. Promise you that. He will be out of there. I did want to add something else to this topic. I just put it on there. Today we had news that Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody themselves and the camp don't believe in Steve Kerr. Right? They don't believe he's knowing in their mission. We've seen this now with young players. Steve Kerr hasn't been able to develop them properly. So this is Jordan Poole, right? They got Jordan Poole, got him out of there. You good, Chubbs? Jordan Poole, James Wiseman, now Jonathan Kuminga, and Moses Moody. A lot of young talent on that team hasn't been playing, and their development has, as most would say, has been stunted because of what they're trying to do with the older guys. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on that, right?
I'm more worried about the Golden State situation than the Lakers situation.
You're more worried about the Golden State situation?
Because Kuminga came out himself and said it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of locker room rumors. Kuminga literally straight up said how he felt. So I'm more worried about that side of it because that's a storied franchise, dynasty franchise, quote unquote. You could say they had a New England Patriots run type shit, which they did. And now you're having. I've never heard of players openly coming out on Steve Kerr, talking poorly on it, their feelings. Yeah, you seen the Draymond thing, but that's nothing to do with coaching. With Steve Kerr. I've never seen a player say that. And this is one of the coaches that's going to go down as an all-time great coach because of the championships he attained as a coach. So I'm more worried about that because there is some validity. You're right. There is some validity to it. But one thing I do know that when you go to Golden State, you typically learn how to what? They shoot. Yeah, you learn how to shoot.
Shoot threes, and that's it.
That's really what it is. So, I mean, if you already have that part of your game developed, I don't think Steve Kerr is going to be that great of a coach for you. Now, the one thing I will say also is a problem. If you know you're not great at developing in certain areas, get coaches that are good at developing players in certain areas. But here's the flip side of it. Kuminga, if they have the coaches available to make you better, how much effort and work are you really putting in to getting better? Or are you just talking because you're not producing on game day or not getting as much time as you like? You know what I mean? Because sometimes players do that shit out of spite. Shit might not be true. So, but the only thing that hurts the track record of it maybe being right is what Wayne said. Kuminga said something. Moses Moody's out of there. And James Wiseman's out of there. And James Wiseman was referred to as maybe a athletic freak of a talent when they drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
When they drafted him, like, damn, they got actually a center that's going to block shots and be a true athletic set. That's what they were missing, an athletic guy. And they couldn't get, and he could shoot a little bit. Couldn't get anything out of him. So, I don't know. I'm more worried about that situation than Lakers.
Smooth. Give me your thoughts.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Chris. We haven't really talked about Steve Kerr developing too many players in his tenure at Golden State. We've always seen him with the 3-point shooters, and even the veterans who played back in during that championship dynasty run or whatever. They were veterans. You had Sean Livingston, Harrison Barnes, Iggy. So they already came in the game with an understanding of, how to play the game of basketball and using Steve Kerr's offense of getting his shooters open. Like we said with these young players, Quinn Cook, we've seen Quinn Cook. He really didn't develop playing with the Warriors.
Shit, he got him a contract.
I mean, he got him a contract, but what did he do? He went and
he didn't do anything. We got him a contract.
But if you don't fit that system, you're just kind of a role player. So I mean, I think that's just what we know Steve Kerr to be. Saying it, how come? I don't think it's wrong to say, and I don't think he takes any offense to it. He's seen what he's done in his time there. But I mean, I do think that if you do want to develop, you should not want to play with the Warriors. But yeah, that's just it. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal.
I think it is a big deal because these players are trying to get traded now, and now it's obviously you get something for Jonathan Kuminga, but what Golden State was trying to do was trying to build championships while also getting the talent. They got the extra championship. They're getting worse because their old talent is getting worse, but they're not actually developing that new talent.
But the thing is, I think with Jonathan Kuminga and even James Wiseman, they weren't going to. I don't think that they were going to come in the league and be these players.
Jonathan Kuminga, Wiseman, I agree. Kuminga has all the tools. He has what you believe to be or to make it good. Last night he had 16 points in 18 minutes. They were up, and he sat the entire fourth quarter. When he's been able to play and get some shine, he has been able to do it. Also, they isolated the young guys away from the old guys, and they did that with the whole Jordan Poole situation with Draymond Green. Draymond Green came on and said he has not been the best mentor to these guys. Draymond Green was the guy who said, "Yo, I don't want these new guys in here. Get us old talent, right? Some vets to help us win." And they've been moving kind of that way. And to me, they're just wasting Steph Curry's final prime years in their shot. Why are you playing at this stage? I love Klay, love what he did. He should not be playing more minutes than Jonathan and Kuminga or Moses Moody. They're better than him. Klay is washed.
He's been playing better, though.
He has been playing better. But Klay even said, "You're my negative energy." As a coach, I understand this politics in the league and everything, but you got to pull these guys aside. Now these guys, if he said, "I don't believe this coach is getting me better," how did he walk in the locker room the next day?
Yeah.
Chubbs, if one of your players said that to you, what would you do?
All right, go find somebody that's gonna make you better. You know what I mean? If you don't think I'm doing enough for you, you can go somewhere else. Basically, is what I'm saying.
And I don't think he's making them better. So if Chubb's making the guy better and the guy saying that, then that's disrespectful. I personally don't think they're making Jonathan Kuminga better. So I'm fine with his disgruntledness.
Yeah, I mean, all the players that he's had have already been good, So I don't know. I just think players like that shouldn't be playing with Steve Kerr. I mean, because they have Andrew Wiggins, you know what I'm saying? They have a Klay Thompson. Yeah, he get worse, but it's John. I don't know. Maybe Steve Kerr's about to retire.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
All right. Let's get to the next topic, man. Next topic we got is how close is Anthony Edwards to being the face of the league? Or is he? And can there ever be a foreign player that can be the face of the NBA? I would say this. I think Ja was supposed to be the face. First of all, Zion was supposed to be the face of the league. It was supposed to be Zion. He got fat. He couldn't stop eating. And kept getting
hurt, bro. He got hurt. Don't just say all that. He just got hurt.
All of the above. I still think Zion's great, and I think he can be great as long as he can stay healthy, right? That's rude. You're right. I shouldn't say he got fat. He kept getting hurt. He couldn't stay healthy.
That's not. He got fat.
It wasn't depression.
No, bro, it was crazy.
He kept getting hurt.
Time out. He got fat, then lost the weight, got athletic, and then got fat again.
Bro, he got hurt at Duke, and then he was upset and depressed, so he kept eating, so he got fat. Bro.
And then he got in shape. Remember when he got slim?
Then he got hurt again, and then the cycle continued. Bro.
Wherever he be at in the summertime, he need to stay there during the season. Because when he go back to New Orleans, he be eating. Now they say New Orleans got the best food in the nation. So shout out Keith Lee. But then to me it was supposed to be John Morant, and then he started being a gunman. All right, Ja can have the opportunity to have the greatest comeback story, possibly. Because I feel like they still want to.
Not after John Morant came back and did a gun flashing dance again, bro. No way. Actually, they might make him the face of the league for that reason. You know,
Wickman, yeah, that's.
So it was supposed to be him, and now I think it could be Ant, but Ant is wilding, talking about abortions. He talked about homosexuals last year. But
that's Kermit Will. Hey,
I think Ant is the closest person that could be the face of the league.
That's Kermit Will.
Has to be someone that's American that could be the face of the league. The only person I can see outside of that is Wemby.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wemby. If it is someone foreign, the foreign
trying hard for him. I've seen him all over my Twitter.
It'd be Giannis or Wemby.
I think the Giannis train is over with.
I don't know, man. Giannis been playing good lately.
He has been playing good, but society views Giannis as corny. NBA people that send the service sees Giannis as corny.
Winner chicken dinner.
Yeah. You saw how Bam looked at him when he said that shit?
Oh, man.
Hey, I want my ball.
I think it would definitely.
Yeah, you can't be the face of the league and they don't respect you to give you your ball when you score career high.
They gave me a ball, but it wasn't the game ball.
I know it wasn't. It wasn't the game ball.
It was not.
You know what they did? I heard they gave that. They had a rookie that got his first 2 points. Like in garbage time, I gave him the game ball. He got his first points.
Supposedly, that's the NBA tradition.
Hey,
what?
Man,
doing that once somebody gets their first points, they usually get the game ball. But usually, you're the home team, not the away team when that happens.
Yeah.
The Pistons are 3-31.
Yeah, the Pistons are trash. But yeah, who do we think could be the next face of the league?
It's tough.
If not Wemby, I would say Ja before Ant-Man. But I feel like now is more so because Ja has already brought attention to himself. So if he were to become the face of the league, it'd be like a comeback story in a sense.
Americans,
you know what I mean?
Comeback story.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the comeback story is kind of weird. You know, him having issues with guns and all of this and stuff. You know, do you really want to make that the face of the league? But you know that would probably be the only reason. It'll work both ways if he becomes a face of the league. You know what I'm saying? But I think honestly it'd be Wemby because they already acting like Wemby is just.
Who is Wemby signed to?
I don't know.
You said who is he signed to as far as like his
shoe contract?
Where's he from? His shoe contract. Oh,
I want to say
shoe contract.
So he's with Nike. Think about all the faces of the league. I mean, I watched Joey's here because we had this argument because I said Kobe was kind of the face, but he was never like universally like the face for a very long time. And it wasn't really until Kobe was with Nike. It has to be someone with Nike. So I see what you're saying with DL. The person that's the face of the league is always going to be a Nike athlete. So for Ant being an Adidas athlete, I don't see him becoming the face of the league.
Yeah, Ja's Puma.
Nope, Ja is Nike. That's
Ja's
why it
Nike?
was trying to be Ja. So I could see it being Ja again. Because you got to think about Jordan, Nike athlete. Kobe, Nike athlete. Right? Braun, Nike athlete. KD.
I mean, AI was Reebok.
KD, Nike athlete.
Giannis is Nike now.
Giannis is Nike, but
AI was for a second, you know.
He was for a second. You could say Curry was a sec. Curry's Under Armour, so you could give Curry some.
Curry's Under Armour.
Yeah, he was.
But more so in history, that Nike athlete has been the face of the NBA. And that is the biggest shoe company. So it makes sense that a Nike athlete will be. This shit is all dollars, man. It's all, you know what I'm saying? Gotta think about it that way. So it might fucking. Ja has the built. Love a comeback story. Ja's probably gonna be the next face of the NBA. If he were to let's say right now they're the 13th seed. They've been winning since he's been back. Even though they're 5-5 in their last couple games, he missed a couple games. That's why they have lost some. But if y'all were to find a way to get this team into the playing game, get into the playoffs, make some noise in the playoffs. He already has the playoff performances. Ja has the ability to become the face of the league. But like I said, I do think if the Timberwolves were to get to the conference finals, possibly the finals, would be the face of the league. Jason Tatum, if he would have won that chip, he would have been the face of the league. But I think that ship is sailed.
Yeah, I think even if he does win, it's too late because he's kind of getting older too. You know what I'm saying? It's more so for the younger guys. He's still young, but
can Luka become
more
the face of the league?
We need more of a flashy player. Who?
I think that's the only thing that stops Luka from being the face of the league is that
Being a flashy player.
I got a question. And I mean, this isn't pertaining to, I don't think he should be a face, but for where his team is at right now in Eastern Conference standings, why doesn't Paolo ever get more love?
Because they be blowing tickets.
Because Paolo is like an all-around player, and he's so good.
He is.
He just dropped 43 a couple days ago.
He played with the Magic, bro. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. But like they're winning a lot of games. Like he don't get enough credit.
I think it's a Magic not flashy enough.
Yeah. Miami's the only team. He's not the
definitive one on his team.
Yeah. He should be.
But he's not definitively the number one on this team. Like Franz
nice though. He's a shooter.
Franz is nice. So it's like, can you definitively say Paolo's the best player on that team, right? I'm gonna go to a Magic game this year since they're right here. But can you definitively say that? You see me? Some nights it's him, sometimes not. For you to be the face of the league, one, you have to be undisputably the best player on your team. And I think Ant has pushed himself to that, right? It's a cat, it's Ant. After last season, it's officially Ant. Saw what he did in the Olympics, too, on top of that. Clearly being the best player on that team in the Olympics, right? Now he has just followed up with a great performance this year, which he's been doing. Team is number one in the West, and if he can get them to the Western Conference Finals, I think it's a done deal that Ant is now the face of the league. Let's get to the next topic, man. What has or can be done about the All-Star game after such bad ratings last year?
Nothing.
Think you did this topic?
I know they switched it. They switched it back to the regular format this year. They are not having the points as far as like East and West goes. They are not having the fourth quarter be played to a certain score anymore either. They still have team captains. I don't know if they're picking this year, but I say all that to say we know last year was the worst All-Star game we've seen so far from the NBA. Much like how they did the in-season tournament, I was just trying to see, if y'all think that this method would be a little bit better, switching it back to the old way that they've done it. I don't know if there's going to be any incentive to whatever team wins as far as East and West goes, or players' incentives individually. It's in a month, and I just wanted to see, what you guys' opinions on it was as far as going back to the old format and whatnot. You think that'll help?
Personally, coming from me, watching TV and whatnot, I do not care about the All-Star game at all. I don't even really care about the Pro Bowl games because the guys don't even play. Like they don't go hard. They know it's not. They're not going to go hard because they don't want to get hurt. That's one right there.
Well, we talked about the football is different because obviously that's a literal physical sport. So
I'm just saying, they don't.
But that's what I'm saying
about it.
So I only brought this question up because it's literally next month. You know what I mean? Like the All-Star game's next month, and it was just so bad last year. I'm asking, do you all think that them switching it back to old format?
I just don't think it does anything. No, I don't think it does. But I'm saying from my view, I don't care about watching it. Like if they have the old way or the Kobe rule, I don't care for it.
Even if they were competing at 100%. because they're incentives.
But okay, if they were cool, but they're not even with the incentives.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know yet. Like I don't know yet because they haven't given too much information on other than the old format being come back. And I will say like because they have the draft, like I don't know if they say they have captains, but I don't know if they're picking teams. Would that defeat the purpose of having an Eastern team and a Western team? You know, just having East players versus West players. Would that make it more interesting, making it more incentive to compete against each other? I don't know. So I was just trying to see what, you know. But
I mean,
Chris
hear you.
obviously he don't care regardless.
I just don't think the game matters.
Shit out of him, man.
I mean,
it's boring. Like even the dunk contest was boring last year.
The players have made it boring.
The only thing that was entertaining last year was 3-point contest. That's the only thing, and the skills challenge. That is the only thing. Dunk contest was a flop last year, in my opinion.
Who won that shit?
I don't even know. That's the point.
I can't remember one either.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
The game was annoying. That was annoying.
All I know is, look, do more. Find out, make more games up, like little games, and just have them like as acknowledgement things. Don't make them play. It's not worth it. Like
even
they don't.
All-Star Weekend was just ass in general.
That's what I'm saying.
So you think you should just be cut out altogether, or have the young players come and play?
That game is the most exciting. Is the World versus USA where they put the young guys in, right? That's the fun game, right there. But everything else is trash. Like,
bro, celebrity game was more entertaining than NBA All-Star game.
The thing is, like, players don't want to get hurt, right? They don't want to get hurt. They don't like. You got a whole season like that'd be trash to get hurt in an All-Star game. So it's hard to get them to go 100% anyway. I feel like it was more towards the end of the season, like the Super Bowl and stuff like that. That would make it better because these players' monies are guaranteed anyway, no matter what, right? Guaranteed contracts in the NBA, right? So they might play a little harder and play like a pickup run. They play harder in the pickup run than they do these.
They do, which is crazy. It's stupid.
So I think because there's still more of the season in the way. So I think moving the NBA All-Star Weekend not in the middle of the season to the end after around like finals time. Obviously, you want to see your bronze and all this, that, and the third, right? That makes sense, right? But maybe doing something after the season where players are not hurt and they can play. They might play a little bit harder, right? Do some type of cash award, right, as well for like the winning team also. But I think any All-Star game in the middle of the season just doesn't make it possible for us to get even 75% effort from these players. They're going in there and playing 30, 40%, and they're shooting the ball from half court all game long. Yeah. There's so many.
Bro, it's just crazy because like it never used to be like that, bro. I think after Kobe retired, bro, that's when the All-Star game became like running suicides, bro. Like I don't understand when exactly it changed, but I used to like the All-Star game, you know, and like I said, I only touched on it because it's in another month or whatnot, you know. But I agree, Wayne. I think that's definitely
move the NBA All-Star Weekend to the end of the season, and hey, if the best whoever's in the finals can't be there, then have everybody else do it. Like it should be we always got that break in between the finals anyway. Put All-Star Weekend in between that break, right? Break it down like a week or usually like a week and a half. That weekend, make it that weekend. Right after the conference finals, the players that are just in the conference finals get to chill, have a little couple rest days, and then after that they get right to it. So that's what I think that should happen. Let's talk about MVP frontrunners. Give me your MVP frontrunners right now. Thus far this season.
Obviously Embiid is number one, and then my number two would be KD. Just off of individual performance, obviously they're not winning right now, but KD is definitely playing. He's definitely playing very, very well. Don't make that face. He's playing very, very well.
They're the ninth seed, and you're trying to give him the MVP.
Did you not just hear me say individual performance? Man. The only reason why Embiid came back was because they said that if you miss any more games, you can't be eligible to win MVP. And Embiid, he was like, all right, I'm gonna just come back and start putting up 50 shots a game.
Only right answer to this, but keep going, DL.
It's Embiid, Giannis, and KD for me.
Nope.
Yeah, for me, I ain't gonna say no Anthony Edwards.
No, there's only one right answer.
Tell them, Chubbs.
And I already said his name earlier in the pod.
Who, LeBron?
No. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is the wrong answer, too. Go.
No,
they're not giving him
no,
MVP,
he should
bro.
be. This is the reason.
He should be in consideration. Go ahead, Chubbs.
He should be in consideration because the team right now is the second seed. He is the most valuable player on his squad, dropping 30 points.
31, 6, and 6.
And he's the point guard, dishing it.
2.5 steals a game.
And he's a thief.
Like a thief in the night.
So, bro, I'm just saying, like, if there's one guy that I think deserves it, and that'd be like the dark horse that should win it, is Shai. But what I think it's gonna go to is going to go to either Embiid and Jokic again.
You guys just keep saying the wrong answer, bro. The only right answer
You'll
for
say
MVP
Luka.
is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is the only right answer for MVP. 34, 8, and 9 on a knife leaf basis, carrying the team, literally by himself, single-handedly leading a top 10 offense in the league, just because it's Luka on the team. Luka is that guy, forever has been that guy, and will continue to be that guy. Shea is a great pickup. Embiid is a great pick, right? I love those. Those guys will be, and Jokic. Those are my top 4 MVP guys right here. But for me, it would be 1 Luka, 2 Shea, 3 Jokic, 3 Embiid, 4 Jokic, and then 5 would be Giannis. Those will be my top 5 MVP candidates right now. For me personally. But I have to give it to Luka. Luka has to get his MVP. Luka is a crime that Luka already hasn't won an MVP. But this year,
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Come on, Dio. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, come on. Yes, it is.
He's 1-0. Last year, he's 1-0.
Last year, I thought he should have won it because he was.
He didn't make playoffs last year.
Was it last year or the year? No, he just put up crazy points per game.
It was the year before you're thinking of.
It was the year before. It was one year he got snubbed.
My
opinion.
No.
But yeah, no. I think Luka has to get it this year. If he could keep, I think if he just gets his team top 5 seed, Luka should be MVP.
It's reasonable.
But I like Shai. If Shai keeps it up, Ant has too much talent on his team right now for them to give it to him. So Shai is definitely someone that I would put in there that I think is up there for consideration. Giannis, they are doing good, and Giannis is playing at MVP level, obviously. But I think him having Dame on his team.
So is KD, bro. KD averaging 30.
Right, yeah, but he don't got the wins to go with it.
He got bombs, bro.
If Luka can't get it with the wins,
you can't be a playing team trying to get an MVP.
And KD also old too, bro. Like he can't do it like I used.
Bro, go ahead. But Jokic just has a chance of winning. Like, I think I saw a crazy stat in the last 4 games. He's missed 5 shots.
that shot was crazy.
He did it a game winner, chicken dinner.
You know the one you didn't see the game winner?
Yeah, I said a game winner, yeah.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Right.
That shit was crazy, bro.
No debate topic because I was saving the debate topic for Joey, but he's not here. So we'll bring that debate topic back later. But I do want to do the start bench cut that was going on viral.
I think we all gonna agree.
Start bench cut: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Ja Morant, Tyrese Halliburton.
All right, well, I gotta go with the shit I've been riding with the whole pod. I'm starting the guy to have being the MVP, Shai. I'm benching. It's tough, but I'm benching Ja and I'm cutting Hallie, even though Hallie is highly underrated.
DL?
I'm starting Hallie, benching Shai or Shai, and cutting Ja. As of this year.
I'm starting the only guy who's been in the playoffs and balled out. Give me Ja Morant. I'm starting Ja. I'm benching Shai.
OKC won a play-in game.
The
playoffs. P-A-L-A-O-F-F.
The Pacers made it to the NBA Finals. In-season tournament finals. What you talking about?
Shai, come on, we all gonna agree. You were starting Hallie?
Hallie's Hallie. Whoa.
No, Hallie's nice, but he's not better than them two. He's not better than
Holly. I think he has the.
He's not better than.
He has the worst
too.
team. He has the worst team than him and OKC.
OKC. Yeah.
Not that. Yeah. So I mean, Shea has the pieces around him to be able to be dropping.
No, it's Shea is why they're so good. Don't do that. Don't do
Shea and coaching.
You just saw what
Shea, bro. Shea averages 3 blocks a game.
Shea just took turns on the Boston Celtics entire team.
That OKC coach has been good for them for years. That team's been building for years. Years.
Balling,
averaging 12 and a half.
I know, but
he's nice.
I'm starting Jaw.
24 and 12.
Benching Shea and I'm cutting Halliburton. There's no way in the world you cut Jaw. Next face of the league.
I said as of this year, bro.
He missed the first 25 games. Yeah, bro. Man. That's crazy. All right, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to say to the people before we get up out of here? All right, man. My name is Wayne, man. We'll holler at you guys. We'll see you. Talk to y'all later.
Recording stop.